All right, welcome. We are on our team call for October 8th, and we are going to do a virtual power hour today. It'll be a little bit different than some of the other power hours that we've had in the past because we are going to gear it a little differently based on what Casey's needs are, my needs are, and Neil's needs are to finish out our day. And so first, before we get started, let's go over to Mr. Recognition himself. I'm like looking to my side because he's sitting next to me. Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, my goodness.
All right.
We should call you Mr. Bombastic.
Mr. Bombastic.
Mr. Bombastic.
Mr.
Mr. Ball.
Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean. Yeah, with his hair. Yeah.
All right. We have recognition. This is the volume for this past week, the current week we're on, that will end on Thursday.
Yep.
So here's just kind of where everybody stands with that.
Yep.
Here is an updated page on where everybody sits with coaches and organization and.
Dude, I'm gonna beat you in getting back to Diamond.
No, I think I got you.
I'm like looking at this. I'm like, oh, I can do this.
I think I got you.
Yeah, game on.
So,
Game on.
So, and then did we have any? Sorry, we skipped Success Club. We do not have anybody with points.
Yeah, none of us have points yet this month.
So
It's okay. We
That'll
will.
change. We all will.
Yes.
No, we will. Yeah. So, ring the bell. I was gonna. Where did I put mine? I just wrote it down. Oh, that's right. So I have a different folder. I'll ring my bell because I want to. And Casey, I want you to ring your bell too. So today, this morning, I wasn't planning on it, but on this morning's power hour, I was kind of struggling with my mindset a lot this morning. And I was like, what can you do to move forward in your goals? And I know I want a lot of people in Week of Sneaky Treats. It's one of my favorite things. And so I was like, oh, well, even though I need to invite new people, why don't I go through and see who has seen my last Week of Sneaky Treats post in the Be Well community and invite all those people, because obviously they saw the post at some point or another. Maybe they glanced at it and they didn't like it, or maybe they just kind of were scrolling. And so there was like 80 people that saw the post, which that's a really cool thing. If you have your own challenge groups, that you can see who is seeing your posts in there. So you can kind of start to see who has seen a couple of your posts if you want to start reaching out to some people that maybe are really quiet and aren't sharing anything. But this one, I just went straight to the Week of Sneaky Treats post that I posted like when I was working on it. There was 80-something people that saw it. Anybody that was my customer, well, actually, I haven't even gotten through it because 80 people saw it. But the first 20 people that I saw that were like my customers or my discount coaches, I sent a private message to. And it was very simple. It was, hey, I don't know if you were interested in doing Week of Sneaky Treats this year with me. This will be my 4th year doing it. It's just really clean, healthy treat recipes to help us get through the holiday. I posted a picture in Be Well that I think you may have seen, but I just wanted to come and formally invite you to do that with me. And then I said, would you like more information about it? And I sent that to 20 people and had 2 people that signed up this morning, like with their $30 sampler pack. And so I was like, okay, like that made me feel really good because I hadn't helped anybody yet this month.
Yeah, good job.
So I wanted to share like the whole background instead of just being like, oh, I helped 2 people. Like it took me really figuring out what can I do to get a win today. So just want to put that suggestion out there. Casey, I want you to share what you had shared with me, if you don't mind, on our call with Brooke about your win of having your group on the Challenge Tracker app.
Yep. So I started a Challenge Tracker app. I've been wanting to do one for a few months, but I haven't really had anyone show interest. So I just decided to start adding people who were interested, but didn't maybe want to like get the products right now. So all of my challengers in that group are technically free right now, which is awesome. They still are like sharing their goals with me. We're still talking about them, working through our goals together. Since we've talked last, I've had my aunt signed up into the challenge group too. So I have another challenger.
Heck yeah. So that's really awesome. Yeah. And we've talked about how those groups, these free groups can, like you have to find your own rhythm as a coach. There are some coaches that are like, nope, I won't run any free groups. And then there's other coaches that are like, yeah, I run free groups. Like all my groups are free groups. I just want people to see the products, and then those that are ready for it are ready. So you just have to figure out what works for you.
Yeah, totally. And like, so when I first started, I was under the impression of like, in order to get into a Mind Challenge Tracker group, you had to purchase a challenge pack of some sort. But then we had the that team call last week.
Yeah.
Where he was talking about he doesn't care if you're not even in a country that you can buy Beachbody products from. Like he'll sell it, he'll ship it to you. And it made me think like, well, yeah, like I will give you any resources that I can to show you that these things work and help you.
Yeah.
So I really like that he said run a free challenge group in the challenge tracker app, because then it, like you said, gets those people signed up as me as their coach.
Yeah. And the challenge tracker app is incredible in the way that, one, it tracks your workout automatically. So you can really easily see when people are working out as long as they sync it. And then two, it really helps people to see, like when you're in that app, you can see, oh, what is this like Beachbody, like what is this Shakeology tab? What is this nutrition tab? Like, cause it has those little things in there. So yeah, I do really like the app. And what I think I am going to do, I'm really trying to like put my wrap my brain around it. But this next group, I have a free group, or not a free group. I have a challenge group, which I don't yet know actually what it probably will be those that are getting a challenge pack. But I have a group that's starting October 28th with a week of prep. And like that prep week is actually open to anybody in Team Give even that needs a prep week for their challengers, because it's just going to be, that'll just be like a 1 week Facebook group. And then I will be moving all of my customers into a second group. And I haven't yet decided if I'm going to put them in the Be Well community or if I'm going to actually put them in the app group and have them for like a month, just me and them, this smaller group in the app group, to really hone in on those people. Cause that's sometimes how you find your best coaches, is by like really just, having a group of 4 people and you guys just kicking ass together and, sharing that there's like another group in a bigger community, but like for this month, you want to focus on them. So, or whatever that is. So yeah, Neil, did you have any wins? I feel like you should.
Like today or this week or
this week, today, anything? Sorry, I saw you scrolling on your computer, so I was like, oh, I think he's about to share a win. That's what I meant. I feel like you should. Sorry.
No, just scrolling. No.
I can brag on you, Neil.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so you're one of the few of our core team that's staying up on Coach Alpha every day. So good job.
See, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Caught up on that.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, I didn't do today.
I'm not caught up yet, but I'm working on it.
But yeah, I did catch up on that. So
that's
there's a
good.
lot of good stuff going on. But we've been on a lot of calls lately.
We've been on a lot of calls lately.
Stuff, so it's kind of a little bit overwhelmed. But
yeah, I had a breakdown this morning. I straight up had a breakdown, like bawling, because I was just really stressed. I mean, like we've been on a lot of training calls that are really pushing us, and it's all good, but yeah, it was just stress. Like I was just a little bit stressed.
Yeah. I got a coworker today. I talked to a coworker that we're gonna probably meet up tomorrow to talk about.
Awesome.
Yeah, that is exciting. Well, thank you for sharing. Thank you, Casey, too, for sharing. And thank you for bragging on Neil, because I didn't know that, because I'm not in Coach Alpha. I was like, no. Neil and I have talked. So if you ever have a spouse that starts to join in, you have to figure out with them what accountability will look like. Because we started talking about how like I felt like I was not doing justice for Neil because I haven't kept him like super accountable to like him helping 3 people a month. But it's like, I don't feel good being his spouse and being like, this is your goals. Like, I don't feel good being like that person. And so we kind of talked this week about how we both need somebody else to like be that person for us. Like, hey, you said that you were doing this. Like, we're okay with that at other like moral levels, at like our relationship, at like business. We're like, that's when it gets a little like, I don't want to be mad at you for business. So
yeah, totally, I can see that.
Yeah. So anybody watching the playback, if you ever have a spouse, like that's just something that you two have to kind of figure out like what will work for you. Okay. So I wanted to share a little bit before we go into our power hour. I know normally if we do a power hour, we're just like, we're in the zone, we're in our power hour. But sometimes you have to get your mindset right. And Casey has switched over her mindset through the day. I had shared that I switched over my mindset for the day. So like we're working on things. And it is later, and I don't normally work late at night, but I know I'm really excited to just kind of wrap up my day tonight. And so what I wanted to share was, first of all, I listened to the Scotty Hobbs National Wake Up Call with Neil on our way home from a little nature preserve that we went to with the kids today. And so he had really said some good things about when you talk to people this month, or any month really, and you're going back through your follow-up list. Like he had tons of great tips. So like just go listen to the National Wake Up Call from Scotty Hobbs. That's really recent. So that it would be Was it in October or was it in September? The last one in September?
Which one?
Scotty's.
That was yesterday.
Was it yesterday's? Okay, so
That's what I missed.
yeah, sorry, I'm like always confused because we're always listening on the podcast, the playback. So yeah, yesterday's call, so the early October call. But one thing that he said is, hey, I have a group starting, and I think he said October 15th. And I know like last time we talked, you wanted to lose. When we talked 12 months ago, so insert the last time that you talked to this person. When we talked 12 months ago, your goal was to lose 50 pounds. And I know I still, I wasn't sure if now was a better time to start working on that goal with me, or to join in with me. So that wasn't his exact words. I didn't write it down as we were listening because I was driving. But going back, I'm going to go back and listen to that. And then the second thing that he really shared was something that Michelle Kellogg actually shared in Team Give, and I just commented on, was a post that you'll see she has, and it's got the like 1, 2, and 3, and it was, what was your life before Beachbody? What is your life like now, and why will you keep doing, like, why will you keep this journey? And so I shared like mine, and I know Jessica Larson shared hers. And I really think that that's going to be an incredible positive thread for all of us to share on, and share your transformation photo. Because what the goal is for when you're inviting to your next challenge group, you now have posts that you can share of other people and what they're doing and what they're going through. Here, I could really quickly share my screen. I just now thought about that. That would probably be easier so that people know which posts to look for, so that UKC will know, and then anybody watching the playback will know. So we are in Team Give Fam, or we're going to Team Give Fam. I was just in Team Give Fam, but I must have clicked out. And it is this post. It'll load. It'll load. It'll load. This one right here. Be a story collector. So, so share your story below this one, and then I'm gonna reply right now. Jessica, will you share a transformation? Share. All right, so I'm gonna ask Jessica if she'll share a transformation photo too, because that way you just have like these nice little nuggets. Michelle has told me quite often that one of the things that works really well for her when she's ready to invite to a challenge group, so like right now I'm inviting to Week of Sneaky Treats. So I'm sharing stuff about food right now. I'm sharing stuff about sweets tooth cravings. I'm sharing little things like that right now. And I have my posts kind of planned out to guide me into that. I have an email system planned out to kind of guide me into like helping some of those people. I have my stories kind of planned out. Like I have that already planned out. But next, after I'm done with this, after Sneaky Treats is done, after I'm done inviting to that, I will start gearing things towards the challenge group. So starting like middle of next week, I will start gearing everything towards side-by-side transformations, physical transformations, because that's what I want to help people with next. And so I know Michelle does this really well, where she will share it in her stories every day, and she will sometimes even share side-by-side transformation photos in her Facebook page, like regular, straight up, here's a post every day for like a week or a week and a half leading up to a challenge group, because that gets a lot of people that have been watching to start sending her private messages. So those things really work. On Instagram, I will say the times that I actually do this, where I have done it before, where I've literally put 3 transformation photos side by side, I get people filling out my forms. Like I just do, because it shows that you are committed to helping other people achieve their goals. So I would say if you go into your Instagram and you open it up and you go, so here's mine, and I go, and here's my last 12 photos. If there was not this one side by side right there, I would say I'm not really like showing that I'm helping anybody. And I'm really not showing that I'm helping anybody, because that's me. So I actually need to help somebody else. Like I'm looking and I'm scrolling my feed. So I'm scrolling. I scrolled right past that other side by side. No side by side photo. How many people do you think I signed up? I didn't. And that's what works for me. It really does. Like side by sides work for me, and they work for Michelle. So I just recommend, if you've not tried that before, to really give that a try. And just like Scotty said, he shares his like customers' transformations and other people on his team. Like, you know, he didn't have customers when he first started, so he was sharing other people on his team. And I really think that that's powerful. And let's see here. There was one other thing. Okay, and then this is the last thing that I wanted to just remind everybody of is look in your emails for an email titled your name. Are you ready to earn that medal? Ready to earn that medal. Your name, ready to earn that medal. And it's from Beachbody, and it will show you what you need to personally do to beat your best this month. So they're doing prizes this month. It's called Beat Your Best, and you basically get like a little medal. You get a bronze medal if you have one more Success Club point than you've had in the last 12 months in any of your months, or 250 volume points. So if your highest Success Club was Success Club 4, and you now go to Success Club 5 or 6, you've got that bronze medal. You get the silver medal if you beat your best by 5. So let's just go to 5. Let's just say your Success Club was 5. Your best one was 5. If you get 5 more points, you have Success Club 10, you get a silver medal. Say that your best was Success Club 5. If you have 10 more points, so you hit Success Club 15, you get a gold medal. And it's just something fun that Beachbody does. So kind of depending on your personality style, if you're like, oh my gosh, I will do anything to get like, the free t-shirt or whatever, then go and check for that email for yourself. The second email that I want you to know about, because I helped Brooke find this one earlier, was, again, it was titled, I forgot to pull this one up, the work, sorry. Your 6 weeks, so again, it had your name, so mine said Tamra, your 6 weeks of the work launch tools. So the work launch tools will have your $20 off promo code for any challenge packs. So for me, for example, for any challenge packs that I sell this month, I'm planning on looking and seeing what that person's goals are, and most likely I'm gonna get them a work challenge pack because it is so much cheaper, because it's $20 off. So even if they're like, I'm not doing the work, I'm doing 21-day fix, cool, I'm gonna get you the work challenge pack because it's so much cheaper. Now, if they want the portion containers, I would of course look into something else. I would most likely look into an 80-day obsession challenge pack, because I just think that those ones, that challenge pack is just my favorite because of the loops and the sliders that come with it. And that loops and sliders technically are used in the work program. So people are going to use them at some point in their journey. So I really do like that challenge pack. Okay. Any questions from there, Casey, Neil? Any questions?
How would they get a fitness program if they're not going to do the work, but they have a work challenge pack?
Oh, good question. So the work challenge pack actually is just Beachbody on demand. The only thing is it's unlocking the work early for them. And that's actually pretty nice because the work doesn't really come unlocked on Beachbody on demand until next spring. So it's like April. Yeah. So it's like months away before that program unlocks. And so if they like even have the remote thought of doing that program, or if you feel like that might be one that you would recommend to them in the future, then like they would have to buy it, which is fine. Like that will create more volume for you, but we all are very respectful of people, and we want them to have the best value.
Yeah. And or a spouse or a teenager. Or anybody, anybody else in the family might want to, do it.
Yes. Yeah. And Scotty talks about that on the National Wake Up Call too, about how like during these months, these challenge months, like that was when he, reached out to his family and was like, hey, he was just point blank with him. He's like, hey, I know you're going to try Beachbody at some point. I know you're going to try Shakeology at some point. I'd like for you to go ahead and check it out and try it this month because I'm actually doing this promotion, Beat Your Best, and I would like to win. And like, that's how he invited like his closest friends and family the month that they finally like joined in, which was his like month 3. And that was kind of when one of his trajectory points of his business that he kind of talks about. So, okay. So this is where we actually go into our power hour. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I want to remind everyone, of course I don't have my tracker sheet with me that I was going to show you. Do you have your tracker sheet? The actual Beachbody one, not the...
No.
Oh wait, there it is. Okay, yay! So Casey has hers, and here's mine. So this one my kids have drawn on. That's so sweet of them. But there's one of my tracker sheets. Yeah, this one, I guess I gave this one to Alicia. But these, I sent it in the email this week. I'm going to start sending that again in the coach email because I really feel very strongly about what you track is where you can like actually know if you're hitting some of your goals. Like if you don't track it, you really don't, you're just kind of guessing. The one thing that I will share I do on my tracker, I'll hold it up a little closer, is you can see I actually put tally marks for how many people I invite each day. So like this is the bottom one is followed up with, the top one is invite. And so gosh, when was this? This one was from August. And so I will put, and then I actually split my lines. I'm just going to share this with you. I put the number of coaches I've invited on the top and the number of challengers I've been invited on the bottom. I always do it like coach and challenger. I've started using this tracker recently. It's Josh Coach Push Coach Tracker. And it's only, and I wasn't going to use it because I was like, no, I want to use the one that all my coaches are using, but I really needed the extra push, and there is a couple extra added things on here. So I'm just using this one from the recruiting training that I had shared about a couple weeks ago that Josh Coates was doing. And he's a network marketing, like basically he calls himself the push coach because he pushes you to actually go after your goals. But he pretty much strictly works with network marketers, which is pretty cool because not a lot of quote life coaches work just with network marketers. But anyway, this is where I wanted to open up. And before we go into the power hour, I just wanted to know from Casey, what do you need to work on most today? Like what have you worked on and what have you not? And what do you feel like you need to work on most?
Connections and follow-ups.
Connections and follow-ups. Okay. And then have you gotten any new invites out today?
No.
No new invites. Okay. And those connections and follow-ups, which one would you think would move your business forward more right now? Like what's your goal for moving, because both of those will move your business forward in a different way.
Follow-ups.
Follow-ups? Okay. Because that will help you get your income. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Neil, what do you feel like have you not worked on that you would like to?
Today I have a post ready to go, so that's not really, I need to track my conversations, put some people in, I need to get those people down.
So Neil, basically explain, because you will send out a bunch of messages.
Right. So I'm messaging everybody that's following me, basically. Any new followers I get, I'll send them a message to engage. Just say, hey, my name's Neil. I live with my wife and 2 daughters in Kentucky. I like health and fitness. Great to connect, that kind of thing. So if they respond to that, typically I'll try to, we have a contact point. So I can either carry the conversation on from there or kind of let it sit for a little bit and just make sure I touch back with that account because I do know that they will respond to me.
Yeah.
But being able to do that, because they'll get lost if they're not watching my stories after the first week or whatever. And, I don't see them liking, they'll just get lost.
Yeah, if they're not liking any posts, yeah.
So I need to do a better job of tracking those people and being able to go back to their profiles and re-engage periodically. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, I was like, did I hear a baby? I was like, you don't have a baby there. No, it's a cat. Okay, so I need, I'm on my Josh Coach Push Tracker. And so mine is a little different. I need to have 10 total new conversations every day. So that's kind of like what Neil does when he gets new followers. That would be a new conversation that he has started. I actually don't get as many new followers each day as Neil does because I don't have my follow adder turned on, but I'm going to try to turn that on. So I need to start at least 5 more new conversations. And then I know I had shared earlier that I got a bunch of invites out this morning, but those were invites to people that are already with me. So I actually, according to my push tracker, have that I need to get 10 new invites out every day, which is that's crazy to me, guys. I'm not trying to I'm that is not something that's oh yeah, I just whipped that button, did it. That's where those conversations that Neil's talking about, I have to do better. That's why I have to have 10 new conversations every day so that I can put those people at minimum 10 new conversations every day. So I can put those people on a list. So in a week from now, I will have a message that's saying oh, talk to those people again. And then just connecting with those people. If it feels right to invite, because we've actually had more conversations because we started to engage on each other's stuff more, maybe I'll invite them. And if not, I'm going to wait till that 2-week mark and I'll most likely be hey, I've really enjoyed talking with you. I would love to open up this opportunity to see if you're interested in checking more about what I do in health and fitness and how I could, how we could work together in that. And probably link back to one of their goals. I know that we talked about losing your weight postpartum because I do talk to a lot of postpartum moms, or I know that we talked about getting more energy, and I'm gonna open up this wellness group and everybody's gonna be drinking this drink called Energize, and it is crazy great for your energy. So I would love to extend that opportunity to you too, or invite them to a week of sneaky treats. So anyway, Yeah. Neil asked Casey if you ever listened to David Atkins' Wake Up Call. You spelled Casey wrong.
Oh, whoops.
Yes, I think so. That's the one where he was talking about like introducing yourself and then like going and like following up with like something about them, and then like the next time inviting them. That's kind of how I've been trying to do it as well. Like, so I have my system set up as like, if they allow me to follow them, then I do the 531 and then go back and do an intro. And I'm trying to do that basically.
Yeah. So this is where we have 10 minutes left of our call. This is where I say, like, let's go. So Casey, you're working on follow-ups because that could be the best for you. Neil, you said that you were working on, I apologize, I just forgot. Oh, putting everybody into your tracker. And then I'm actually going to see if I have any new people to invite off of some of the stories that I posted earlier today. So, hey Suri, set a 10-minute timer.
Okay, 10 minutes and counting.
And I don't have cool music because I don't know what's royalty free and not. So I apologize.
It's been the most time.
Don't you get us blocked on YouTube when we post this. Oh my gosh, I keep going to the wrong thing trying to like post a new story. That's not what I want.
Okay.
Oops. I'm going to mute myself because I'm about to listen to a message from somebody. Okay, I just sent you a Facebook message too.
Hello, Lily. Period. I hope that this week is finding you well. Period. I just wanted to let you know that I am joining in a group that is going to be doing a week of sneaky treats. Period. So basically, we're going to be sharing healthy treat recipes to help get us through the holiday period. Is this something that you would be interested in joining? Question mark.
That was good. All right, I'll share one of mine since I'm about to send a voice message too. Okay, exclamation mark. I am circling back to see if now is a better time for you than the last times that I have given you the option to join in with our groups. Period. Week of Sneaky Treats is one of my favorite groups of the year, and we are going to have so much fun with it. I think you might have caught the stories on that, but it's basically cleaner dessert recipes. And let me go see what I've been saying to people. I'm like, that's not what I've been telling people. What have I been telling people? What did I tell people earlier? Let me just go back to one of my messages from this morning. Okay. We're getting a guide for full meal prepping for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks, plus a way to get in the habit of movement by doing four workouts that are included for free, and 7 samples of the superfood shakes mix that I use, Shakeology, period. Would you be interested in learning more? Question mark. Would you want to join in? Another one that I've been sending for Week of Sneaky Treats is, hey, their name. So, hey, Paula, would you want to do a Week of Sneaky Treats with me? It's basically 1 week to learn healthier candy/dessert options to help support us through the holiday season. You may have seen my first post in the Be Well community, but I could send you details. Would you want to check out the Week of Sneaky Treats? So that would be, you may have seen my stories about it, but I wanted to send you, but could I send you the details? I wanted to see if you would like to do a Week of Sneaky Treats with me, question mark. It's basically 1 week to learn healthier candy/dessert to help support us through the holiday season. You may have even seen that in some of the stories that I shared, but could I send you the details, question mark. Would you like to check out Week of Sneaky Treats, question mark. All right. see, and that would be a follow-up. Already. And then we're into the 1 million followers that aren't real followers.
Still message someone.
Do you?
Was happening in process of making
Follow.
Yeah. All right. Timer up.
Hey, I got 3 invites.
Good. Heck yeah. That's awesome.
Thanks.
That is so exciting. Yeah, I got 2 that I could count as new and then 1 that I counted as follow-up. So I did 3 as well. I know it's so crazy. Some of these coaches on some of the calls, they're like, boop, 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 which this morning mine was like, boop, 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 because it was like, you know, people that I already knew and had conversations with, and they're in the BeWell community. But yeah, so I'm glad we both got 3. Neil, did you get some people added in the follow outer?
I think
Or
3.
not follow outer, whatever. My connection builder.
I think 3.
3? There you go. We all got 3. We're a group of 3 right now.
Yay!
So I just did say I would encourage you to get through a couple more follow-ups if that would help make you fulfill your night. Do whatever it is that you said that you really wanted to do, and then maybe like 2 or 3 more to push yourself a little bit. So for me, like I've got to invite 5 more people, and I will. And it'll take me about 10 minutes because now I'm on more of a roll. And then, yeah, and then I'm going to update, just so you know, Casey, I am going to put an updated unit in BeWell community tonight with the work. And it'll also talk about like that $20 off challenge pack. So anybody who's Beachbody On Demand is renewing, check with their coach, see if like that would be the best option for their renewal, that kind of thing. So,
Okay, awesome.
yeah, so I'm going to put that in tonight. I was going to do it during the day, but then I was like, more people are going to see it at night if I'm posting in the BeWell community at night. I will wait, and I will just look it up and do something at night. So, all right, let's take a quick picture, and then we'll be off. All right, Neil, look up cheese. All right, guys. Thanks again so much, and I know that we will do your power hour was on Monday, so Brooks is tomorrow, same time. 8:30 Eastern.
Same bat channel.
Do it.
Same bat channel.
Same bat channel. All right. See you.
Night.
Night.